Americans should not have to accept two tiers of justice in this country.
President Biden's son Hunter is expected to appear in federal court, hoping to stay out of jail.
Healthcare workers at Kaiser here in San Diego getting ready to hit the picket lines. What they're demanding.
Buy now, pay later. Why shoppers should be on guard when it comes to these payment plans.
And Khalil Pillison wants to become the MMA Youth World Champion. How you can send him on the trip of a lifetime.
And we are starting our morning with a lot of fog. We also have excessive heat until Friday at 8 p.m. and then relief is coming. It is July 26th at 6 a.m. and you're up with CBS 8.
We could tell you that there is a SIG alert issued after a fire crash. We are following breaking news right now. This driver would have to be rescued from a car on fire. It happened just before 3 this morning on southbound Interstate 15 near the 52. Now, according to CHP here, this vehicle crashed on the highway. You could tell that it's charred out there. It was at one point fully engulfed in flames. The one person in the car was able to be rescued out of the fire. We are unsure of that driver's condition at this time, but CHP is calling it a major injury. A SIG alert, again, issued early this morning, now has been lifted. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday here. It is 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol, filling in for Netta Arampur. So we do want to get to our top story. In just a couple of hours, the coalition of Kaiser Permanente unions, they plan to picket outside San Diego's Zion Medical Center.
Yeah, this is big here. More than 85,000 frontline workers, including those here in San Diego, are represented in this. CBS 8's Chris Groh live outside Zion Medical Center to explain what these healthcare workers are really demanding here, Chris.
And at least with this specific picket line that they will be demonstrating here from 11 to 2, they're calling on Kaiser to address short staffing issues. Staffing levels, they say, that are just simply too low right now and are not being addressed in the contract negotiations that are ongoing at the moment between the union and Kaiser. Now, that contract expires at the end of September, but as for what the union is saying, they claim that, again, that this short staffing levels right now are leading to long wait times, mistaken diagnosis, and neglect, making it harder to, quote, give patients quality care. Now, we're going to see similar demonstrations in Washington, Oregon, and Colorado. But Kaiser says that they believe this picketing is just a bargaining tactic and not actually drawing attention to new issues. In fact, they claim that when they began bargaining in April, that they and the union agreed to a joint goal of hiring 10,000 new people for the coalition, for coalition represented jobs, I should say. They say that they're making progress toward achieving that goal. Now, they also wrote in part in a statement, quote, "We are confident that we will be able to reach an agreement that strengthens our position as a best place to work and ensures that the high quality care our members expect from us remains affordable and easy to access." Now, of course, we will be seeing the picket line here at 11 a.m. at this facility on Zion, and we could potentially again see that in other locations as well too. But for more continued coverage, you can always stick here with CBS 8. Eric and Dana Marie
reporting. Thank you, Chris. A big update now to share with you this morning. UPS has reached a tentative contract agreement with the union that represents 340,000 of its workers, averting what really could have been a disastrous strike here. It could have had a huge impact on the economy. The agreement was announced earlier yesterday and includes pay raises for many UPS employees over the length of the 5-year contract. Well, buying major items like homes and vehicles may soon get a little more expensive in the U.S. The Federal Reserve is expected to announce interest rate hikes again today. The announcement expected around 11 a.m. our time. Even though inflation in the U.S. has cooled down significantly to about 3%, economic analysts saying that the central bank will still announce interest rate increases. Some analysts say rate hikes could handcuff the country economically, while others say holding them steady could result in persistently high inflation. Now, if the expected rate boost does happen, it will mark the 12th time since last spring and the highest that it has been in 22 years. And take a look at this. The average price for a gallon of regular gas in San Diego County this morning, $4.98, almost $5 a gallon again. This is the largest increase since April. The average price 2 cents more than we were just at last week. This jump coming after an increase in oil prices, which have climbed to 3-month highs.
Also happening today, there will be 2 public hearings where you can now weigh in on how the county runs elections. Now, the hearing will cover the county's election administration plan and get input on vote center and drop box locations. It will also cover voter education and outreach plans. The first hearing is scheduled for 9 a.m. at the campus center chambers or on Zoom. The second hearing is at 5:30 p.m. and is Zoom only. You can also submit suggestions online for a ballot drop box locations or even general comments. And we do have an update this morning. The city of Chula Vista is moving forward with plans to buy a motel and turn it into housing for homeless. The motel on Palomar Street would be the first in the South Bay to be converted into housing and safe parking for people living in their cars. Now, it is going to cost the city $7 million just to purchase it. Another $6 million is needed to convert it. Mayor John McCann says the timing is right because of grant money that is available to get that process going.
And be able to make sure that when people come in, they can get the help they need and the services that need, but also have them vetted through our homeless outreach team. We want to make sure that the people will be clean, they will be sober, and they will be there to get the help that they need.
Homeless advocates say the project is not effective. The project will now go into negotiations, and it could take 6 to 9 months for construction to start.
This morning, we are learning that a project that would transform a golf course into a sand mine in Rancho San Diego is getting pushback. People living in the area are concerned about the impact to the environment and their health. They say the proposed 200-acre sand mine would harm water quality and put dust into the air that could lead to valley fever.
The truck traffic is going to be incredible. It's going to be 147 round-trip truck hauling trips a day, and that's going to be a truck going by either to or from the facility every 1.3 minutes.
Spokesperson for the Cottonwood project sent CBSA a statement. It says the sand supplies would be gathered temporarily and environmental restoration efforts would be implemented quickly. They also say the project would help address San Diego's housing construction costs by providing sand locally.
A wildfire started by military training exercises is out this morning. It started around 2:30 yesterday afternoon in Sycamore Canyon in the far eastern reaches of MCIS Miramar. Base officials say an explosive ordnance detonation started there. In total, the fire burned just over 100 acres. No structures were threatened and no injuries were reported. And another fire yesterday near Santa Clarita left crews battling flames in triple-digit heat. The fire started near Soledad Canyon and Agua Dulce Canyon Road just before 3. It did grow 100 acres in 1 hour, spreading into the Angels National Forest. It did burn in mostly open terrain, but did force a closure of a nearby Metrolink track. The National Weather Service issued a heat advisory for the Santa Clarita Valley.
And in Arizona, fire officials issued a go alert yesterday for people in the area of the Grapevine fire. It's about 10 miles east of Prescott Valley. The residents in White Horse Ranch have been urged to evacuate their homes. An emergency shelter has been set up at a gym in Camp Verde. The fire has been burning since Friday afternoon, and officials say it has now grown to around 500 acres. Crews are still working to control the fire and monitor the fire activity. Of course, Arizona has been seeing some crazy temperatures.
Yes.
We have been getting close to that triple-digit mark here this week. Some of the inland areas are going to be mid-90s here, Jenny.
You know, I just read that Phoenix has surpassed 110 degrees for the last 28 days.
Yeah, almost a month now.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, it's hot out there. Really, nationwide, we're just seeing some impressive heat.
Yeah.
You know, when I last filled in, it's kind of funny. We were talking about June gloom, and now we're talking excessive heat. So we're getting a little bit of everything around here. I want to start, though, with how the morning commute is looking. We are seeing a good amount of fog along the coast. So this model gives you a look at that. Really some dense fog to start your day. So just keep that in mind as you get outside. Live look outside from our Mount Soledad camera. Now that the sun is finally starting to come out, the sun is shining. And again, you can see that layer of fog along the coast, though. Current temperatures right now are already starting to climb. We are at that 70-degree mark-ish for most of the county. And again, that's only expected to climb. Borrego Springs already at 6 a.m. 87 degrees. Let's take a look at those forecast highs. Carlsbad today will get to 81 degrees. San Diego overall will be about 82. Miramar, Poway, the further inland you are, the hotter it is going to be. Escondido going to be close to 94 degrees today. El Cajon again 95. Del Mar, maybe we all head to Del Mar. It's going to be 77 degrees there today. Chula Vista will get close to that 80-degree mark. We are going to see relief though. Excessive heat will remain in effect until 8 p.m. on Friday, and then things are going to really improve and turn around if you like temperatures a little bit cooler. So again, perfect time to start out your weekend. Things will definitely start to improve. 8-day forecast again. It's going to be hot out there. Mountains and deserts, you have a better chance for thunderstorms, so keep that in mind, but that will be hopefully what helps us break the heat. As you get outside and are maybe heading to work, heading to meet someone for breakfast, I hope it's again just a great start to your Wednesday. Things are really smooth sailing out there on our freeways. Back to you guys. You know what, before we get to you, I do want to tell you about the border wait times though quickly. The San Ysidro Port of Entry right now wait time 105 minutes. Otay Mesa Port of Entry quite a bit better, 30 minutes right now down in the South Bay.
All right, thank you so much, Jenny, for those times. Hunter Biden heads to court. Why Republicans are criticizing a plea deal for President Biden's son.
And a former U.S. Marine freed from Russia, now injured fighting for Ukraine. Why some worry this could complicate efforts to bring home other American hostages.